Around here that day.
I'm sorry, I can't say I do.
Hi.
Hi. Wow, you feeling better?
Some.
You sleep well?
So you hear about the robbery?
Yeah, I was just asking Mark if he remembered anything new. That's all for now, man. I'll let you know if I can think of anything else.
Sure thing, Inspector.
It's funny, he still calls me Inspector.
What, is there anything I can do for you? Can I get you lunch?
No, I'm fine. I don't suppose there's any chance you've reconsidered your identification of Gus Jackson.
I've thought about it a lot. In fact, I was up most of the night thinking about it. I'm almost positive that he was the one that robbed me.
You're almost positive?
Almost positive as best as I can be, considering what happened. What do you want me to say?
I want you to stop and realize what your testimony means.
I think we've been through all of this.
Eden, most of the case against Gus is based on your word. I don't think it's adequate for you to be pretty sure or kind of positive.
I know exactly what my testimony means. I certainly know what it means to accuse a man of grand theft. I don't like this position that I'm in. But what am I supposed to do? What do you want me? What will you want from me?
I want you to remember that a man's entire life is riding on what you say.
Don't you dare put this all on me. Mark was a witness, and
I'm not talking to Mark or about Mark.
You want me to change my mind?
I want you to be absolutely sure.
I'm as sure as I can be. You've asked me 1,000 times, and 1,000 times I've told you that I thought it was Gus. I want to please you. I'll admit that, but I have to be honest with myself.
Now, just listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You are not the only person I'm questioning, but you happen to be the key witness, and I need you to understand that I can't possibly back off as long as there's a reasonable doubt about Gus's guilt.
I understand. But what makes you think there is a reasonable doubt, or any doubt at all?
To begin with, there's a question of what happened to the money. I mean, he didn't have a dime of it on him when he was busted.
Well, maybe he hid it.
Eden, he didn't have time to hide it.
I want to be on your side, okay? I want to believe he didn't do it. Nothing would make me happier in the whole world than to have the two of us just to be able...
Look, I guess it's time we need to go over this one more time by the numbers.
I have been over it and over it, time and time again. I was scared to death.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I thank God you're all right. And it's over.
No, it's not over. You are going to continue to worry about this and dig at it until maybe you're able to convince a judge to set Gus Jackson free. But what if you're wrong? What if he's guilty and he comes back here and he wants to get even with me for turning him in? Are you going to be around to protect me then? Are you going to be around to protect any of the people he might hurt? Are you through questioning the staff?
Oh, but the one of them was off today.
Did you find anything useful?
Not a thing, but then I'm just getting started. I'm sure I'll find something when I cover more ground.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Excuse me. How'd it go?
I couldn't get the charges dropped. What about you?
Well, I couldn't trace the money. And Gus had $10 in his pocket and his paycheck when he got busted, which was 5 minutes after he supposedly had stolen $5,000.
Mason will probably argue that he was a big spender. Inconspicuous consumption.
You have any fantasies about where the money might be?
Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to find out until we catch the real thief.
How are you going to defend him?
I think the only thing that I can do is to discredit the star witness, which happens to be Eden. And Cruz, I hope that doesn't happen because it's going to get really rough on her in court.
It's not going to happen. I won't let it. You got a second?
Oh, Eden.
I need a favor.
What?
I want you to do the voice identification again.
I don't see what difference it'll make. I mean,
You told me
you've been
that you
through all
were
of
pretty sure, Eden, but not 100%.
it. Is 99.9% sure enough?
Is it sure enough for you?
All right. When and where?
How about here and now? There are 4 voices on this tape, each of them saying what the robber said to you. I want you to listen and tell me which one you recognize. Okay.
I got a gun. Give me the money.
I got a gun. Give me the money.
I got a gun. Give me the money.
That's him. That's Gus.
I got a gun.
You're sure?
Yes.
Read this.
Officers Hicks, Daly, Lowry, and Rice. I don't get it.
Those are the names that go with the voices. The officer you picked is Officer Lowry. Gus Jackson's voice isn't even on the tape. It's true. You were under a lot of pressure. You wanted to do the right thing.
I feel really stupid.
Well, I don't want you to feel stupid. I mean, I was just trying to prove a point.
You made one.
Well, I hope so. You see, when somebody has gone through a crime like that, something violent like that, it's really hard for them to be positive about anything.
What am I gonna do?
Well, I guess that's up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
Thank you, Cruz. Please don't ever give up on me. Not ever. Thanks for the ride.
You're welcome. Well, I guess I better confess I had an ulterior motive for making the offer.
I had that feeling. You never brought Gus's name up once, which meant that you were thinking about him the whole time.
Didn't realize I was so transparent. What tipped you off?
Well, so are you going to do the right thing or not look?
Uh-huh. Well, you see, I was hoping you would volunteer an answer to that question without me having to ask.
Well, I decided that I can do only the honest thing, which is tell Mason that I'm not sure about the voice identification. No matter what kind of person you think I am, I do not want an innocent man to go to jail.
I never thought you did. I hope you'll forgive me for using the phony voices.
Actually, this is the first time I've ever felt happy about being wrong. I mean, Gus is a very hardworking, very honest man, it seems.
Yeah, all he wants is a chance, and next to you, he's got one. Thanks.
Tell Gus he's welcome.
Very good for Gus. Circumstantial or not, Mason's evidence is very damaging.
Well, we gotta find our own evidence. We gotta prove it with somebody else.
Time is a factor. Mason is going to ask for an early trial date. He always does.
Unless, of course, he drops the charges, which could very well happen.
I'm not following you.
Julie, I have to be honest with you. I can't honestly say that the voice I heard of the thief was Gus's.
You're not sure?
Well, I was scared and I was very upset the night of the robbery, and I can positively say that I'm not sure that the voice was Gus Jackson's.
Eden, will you be able to testify to that in court?
I don't see why not. I mean, I think we should tell Mason, though. I mean, a major case like this it's just crashed and burned.
Maybe we can get him to drop it.
Why don't you leave that to me? I think I'm going to relish this.
Was there something I can do?
You've already been a huge help, believe me.
Yeah, true. Now the fun part begins. Now we gotta track down the dude who actually did it.
Well, do you have any ideas?
A couple.
Can I help?
I don't know, maybe.
I really would like to do something.
We'll see.
Listen, I'm going to let you two argue about this, and I'm going to go find our illustrious district attorney, and if this doesn't make him change his mind, nothing will. Eden, you are terrific. Thanks.
Well, your turn.
You are terrific.
Hand me the keys to the storage room, please. Alex? Thanks. Why aren't you answering me?
Because my name's not Alex.
What are you doing back there? What are you doing with the credit card receipts?
Well, I'm investigating the robbery. And you know, I waltzed in and out of your office with the strongbox without a hitch. Your security system stinks.
No, you could have asked me
that.
for them.
Give me this. You were busy. If you got a break now, though, I could use a little help.
You know, you have a lot of nerve.
That's what you like about me. I mean, look at all this stuff. Doesn't anybody use cash anymore?
And what good is this gonna do?
It'll tell us who was in the restaurant the night of the robbery.
If they used a credit card.
From the looks of this, everybody does.
So you get a list of names. Don't you think the guy who robbed this place was smart enough to use cash?
What if he used a stolen credit card? What if he used, like, a fake one off of somebody else's carbons? You know, that would narrow down the list, wouldn't it? People like this make mistakes. It's just a matter of finding them.
So what if you're wrong? I mean, what if Gus did it and he isn't innocent?
I'm not wrong. Gus is innocent.
Look, just because I couldn't identify his voice doesn't mean that he didn't do it.
Do me a favor. Go through the stack. Take out the ones of the people you know. That'll eliminate them right off the top,
You
okay?
know, I have work to do out there.
You got a whole crew out there. Let them earn their keep for a change.
I wonder if this turns out to be a waste of time.
Humor me.
Would I still be here? Look, if I need help cleaning these tables later, you're drafted.
Must be my night for visitors.
I wanted to come to explain about the voice identification.
Oh, that's all right. Julia already filled me in. My mistake was in counting on you.
Well, I have to be honest about what I know, Mason.
Your honesty seems to change like the weather, Eden.
It's not fair. I listened to the tape. I don't think that it was Gus Jackson's. That's all that should matter.
That and pleasing Cruz, huh?
Cruz has nothing to do with this.
Oh, I think your boyfriend has made a personal crusade out of Gus Jackson.
He believes in his innocence. It sounds to me like all you care about is winning this case.
All I care about, little sister, is presenting the facts. The judge and the jury will do the rest.
Well, the fact is that I made a mistake. The voice could have been anybody's.
What would you say if I told you I had further evidence that points to Gus?
Well, that doesn't change the results of the voice print.
You'll forgive me if I don't register shock, won't you?
How can you be so cold? We are talking about ruining a man's life, Mason.
No, Gus Jackson did that when he robbed the restaurant. I'm just cleaning up his mess.
You're wrong this time.
Well, if I am, it will be because I followed my own instincts and not somebody else's.
If you think that's what I'm doing, then you don't know me very well.
I know you love Cruz so much that you would do anything for him.
That's right, for him. I wouldn't lie for a man I don't even know.
Eden, we could go back and forth about this until daybreak. With or without your help, I'm going to get Gus Jackson convicted, and you can pass that bit along to your boyfriend.
Amazing to me that nobody in this joint remembers anything out of the ordinary that night. It's almost like it was an inside job.
We were just so busy that night, it's hard to remember much of anything.
And nobody stood out.
Oh, just the usual bunch of regulars. Oh, there was this one kind of heavy-set guy. Said he was in town on business. Nice guy, nothing out of the ordinary. Except he wanted his martinis like James Bond, shaken, not stirred.
James Bond. Who else?
There was a terrific-looking blonde, that's hard to forget. Oh, and there was another guy, a black gentleman. Fairly young, very sharply dressed.
Was he here long?
No, not really.
Anything interesting about him?
Yeah, he was wearing a diamond ring. It was so flashy, it stood out. I even asked him about it.
And what did he want to drink?
I don't remember. But I'll never forget that ring. I've never seen one that bright. As soon as he finished his second drink, he took a quick look around and then left.
Had you ever seen him before?
No, I'm not that great with faces, but I would have remembered that ring.
Want anything?
What?
The receipts didn't turn up.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Well, I've got some free time if you would like to go over them. You can sit down and...
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. How did your talk with Mason go?
Got to where Elaine stopped coming in places like
Yeah, so did I.
that. Well, Mason, was difficult, but I told him I couldn't testify against Gus.
Well, good for you. What can you tell me about a black man with a major diamond ring who might have been casing the joint the night of the robbery?
I don't know.
You don't remember him?
No.
Hello, Miss Capwell.
Jeffrey, what are you doing down here?
Well, I thought I'd drive you home.
Did Mama send you?
No,
No, but considering everything that's been going on, I thought, well, yeah, you probably shouldn't be leaving here alone.
I agree.
Well, then I guess I'm outnumbered.
Good, good. I'll see you in the car then.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Actually, I am kind of tired. Would you mind if I left you here with these things?
No, I was gonna knock off in a little while anyway. I'd much rather you got home safe.
I like it when you worry about me.
Where else am I gonna get help this cheap? Don't worry, I'll save a stack of these for you to work on tomorrow.
Oh, I knew there was a catch.
You did, good today, pal.
What?
Well, you stuck your neck out to help somebody you don't even know. I'm proud of you.
Being honest isn't sticking your neck out, Cruz. Good night.
Good night.